Hey everyone, if you're new here, I'm Juliet, the Scorpion Goddess, and I am a Western tropical astrologer, a intuitive tarot reader, a Reiki practitioner, and I also have an online witchcraft store where you can purchase spiritual tools and things to really help heal and protect. Right now I am kind of doing a spontaneous video, and I wanted to pull some cards for you guys and see what is the energy, because I'm just really being pulled, especially today with the moon in Scorpio. Like, tap into your intuitive side. There's messages that need to come out, and we're dealing with currently the sun in Aquarius and the moon being in Scorpio, so we're dealing with a lot of fixed energy. We also have Mercury in Venus retrograde, and now they're both in the sign of Capricorn. However, on the 29th, which is 3 days away from while I'm filming this, we'll have Venus become direct, and then on February 3rd, we'll have Mercury become direct in Capricorn. If you want to know more about those retrogrades currently while we're going through this process, I will link down below in the description box the videos you can watch for the Mercury retrograde. And then I also have a Venus retrograde video, which was split in half from the Gemini moon, and then the end half is the Venus retrograde, so you can watch that. Just, you know, go halfway through. This timestamp, so you can check out for that. But anyways, I just really wanted to pull some cards for you guys and see what's up, what's going on, because I just feel like there's so much happening right now. We just had the nodes go from Taurus and into we just had the north node go from Gemini into Taurus, and the south node from Sag to Scorpio. Uranus just became direct and is in Taurus as well, so perfect. Like I was saying, the moon card, I'm just being really drawn to the fact that the Scorpio moon is really having us release a lot of hidden dark things. I feel like especially the last 2 days have been very heavy and dark. Sorry, I had to pause my video. But I just feel like the last few days have been really heavy and really dark because we're processing a lot of shadow stuff, a lot of shadow work. So if you've been feeling very like mentally and emotionally overwhelmed, it's because there's stuff that really just needs to be processed and worked through. Having that inner detective come out, there could have been some secrets being revealed even within your own self, stuff from your mind playing tricks on you, but revealing like this is what the truth actually is. So having that just really being set on focusing on finding the truth and not steering away from it to like comfort, to sugarcoat things. It's like we don't want to do that. We really just want to fixate on what is real, what is the truth, what am I processing, and allow yourself to process it. Sometimes we don't need to understand and break down what does this mean, but I feel like we're coming into this play of what's the logic, what's the emotion, why is this happening, why do I feel this way. But what the moon card is really telling me is it's not about the why that is the focus right now. The focus is just letting it out, just dumping that shit out, letting it all out, letting it flow out of you. Also got the Six of Pentacles with the Strength card. So it's coming back into this finding a balance, because when you look at this card, it's walking in between both of these towers, finding this balance from which wolf are you going to feed. Are you going to feed the dark side or the light side? Which are you going to allow to really come through? Maybe some of you have been doing too much of that positivity and light stuff where it's become, in a way, I don't even like really using the word toxic, but it's become like overly done, overly positive, where it is feeling kind of fake, phony, toxic, where you're not being real with yourself. I actually do have these dark emotions, so that's coming out and coming into play with bringing in more of a balance. But this is a time where we need to have our inner strength, and we have been internal more than external. And I feel like this is where we are kind of letting our emotions really out, and we may be projecting them onto other people, but we don't mean to. But this is where the strength card is coming in. We need to understand that sometimes we go through cycles because we're in a process of growth, and I feel like the period that we're in right now is the growth period, the uncomfortable, and that's really what's standing out, is the uncomfortability. And I think there's a sense of needing to control. Control is just really coming out, especially with this strength card, which is ruled by Leo, and we're dealing with a lot of fixed energy right now. Leo is a fixed fire sign. So we may be in this place of, I need to control myself, I need to control the people around me, I need to control my emotions, I need to control what or how I'm allowing the people around me to bring that balance in. Maybe you need to ask for help, but it's like just this control factor is coming in. You need to release and let go that you're not always in control of everything, and that can be very hard to take on, especially when we're dealing with so much fixed energy right now. Like the nodes are in fixed signs, Uranus is in a fixed sign, the sun is in a fixed sign, just the moon is also in a fixed sign. So we may be in this place for these past 2 days, and that's probably why I'm doing this video, is like, it's okay, you can't always be in control of stuff. Sometimes things are out of our control, and it's a phase that needs to be processed through. Let's see some other stuff. What's going on? Right? King of Cups, Ace of Cups. So this is really coming into saying, get creative. Let your emotions come out and flow like water. But also, just getting like pouring your emotions into your work. Pouring your emotions into what makes you happy. I'm picturing like headphones, getting lost in your music. I feel like some of us, maybe you guys have been listening to music a lot more lately and being more influenced by the music that you are listening to, maybe switching up the frequencies of the music you listen to, or changing, because like it's one thing to like let your emotions flow out, and it's another to just stay put in that place and let it take over and control you. And that's probably why I kept getting all this control stuff coming in. Maybe we're in a place where we're letting our emotions control us, and the King of Cups and Ace of Cups are stepping in saying, you don't have to have, your emotions are a part of you, so let them be and let them do what they do, but also be in charge in a respectable manner, right? Where you're not hiding anything, any truth from yourself. You're being 100% authentically you, and be open to things that do come your way. These boundaries of saying no. You don't have to take on everyone's stuff. People may, I feel like the people that are watching this are always helpers, are always the ones that are there for other people. And it's like, you need help too. But it's okay to say no to people who usually come to you and they're like, oh, but I know I can talk to this person and dump my shit on them. And, you know, maybe it's your friend or whoever it is, and that's fine. But right now, I think you need to say no. I think you need to say, no, I can't take on your shit right now. No, I can't. Mentally and emotionally, I can't do it, because I need to work on and help myself with what I'm going through right now. Because what I'm going through right now is really fucking heavy, and I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. Not right now. Catch me after I process and go through whatever this emotional heavy release is. That's what I'm getting. Because we're going back to the moon card. What were you processing and going through when we had this most recent, the Cancer full moon's coming up? So like, what were you going through and processing during the Cancer full moon? I believe that was also the first full moon of 2022. And the reason why I'm bringing that up is because it is a 60 and we're dealing with the Six of Pentacles. So I think this Cancer full moon had a heavier impact and imprint on us than we originally imagined it would. And I think there's stuff that's just like picking up and carrying through that right now, especially during the moon being in Scorpio. It's a lot of water energy. But there's also a lot of intuitive stuff. I'm getting like stuff with Pisces as well. Some maybe some of you may be picking up on that Pisces energy. We do have Jupiter in Pisces, which is a great place for it to be. But some of you may be getting more influenced by Pisces, where that music thing was coming in. Pisces are very musically in tuned. A lot of like musical artists tend to be Pisces that make the best music, in my opinion anyways. But we also have the Queen of Swords coming out. And again, that's like, deal with your stuff, process your stuff, but you need to put those boundaries up on people and tell them no means no. You don't need a reason behind it. You don't need to explain yourself to anybody. That's what I'm getting with these two. And working through how can I communicate my emotions in a healthy manner, and doing that. We have Mercury in retrograde, so communication may be kind of wonky, but throw that out. Don't throw it out the window. Take that into consideration. And I was actually talking about this last week in a podcast that I was on, and it's when we get into Mercury retrograde, we get into this place of communication screwy. So how can I be a better communicator? And this is where these cards are coming in and saying, you may need to be more attentive when listening to other people, because with the communication getting thrown off, somebody may communicate or say something to you and you're like, wait, what the hell? But take that into, like, you know, kind of take a step back and be like, instead of reacting, process what they're saying, be open to listening. But on the other hand, on the other person's side too, just because you're ready to say something and speak up on something to somebody doesn't mean they're ready to listen. So putting those two together and how to be a better communicator, knowing when is the right time to have this discussion, how to communicate it, and how to effectively actually listen without being so quick to respond. But again, just because you're ready to talk about something doesn't mean that other person is ready to hear what you got to say. So figuring out the balance in between those two things, and again with the boundaries, like saying no is, that's your answer. You don't need to explain yourself any more than that. And if somebody's trying to bully you into, but why? You need to explain this to me. No, you don't. No, you don't. And that's when the Queen of Swords comes in and says, I'm cutting it down. I'm cutting right through the bullshit. Sometimes you gotta cut some people off. We're in Mercury retrograde too. So this is the time to really figure out, is this person really in my life for a reason anymore? Or has this person been fake to me and I can see clearly through the bullshit? Now that Mercury's in retrograde, I can see like, hold up. You've been doing this for this long. I don't want that anymore. Going through and clearing out your contacts and recycling out people, deleting people, going through your contacts is going to be a really good thing to do. Clearing out your social media as well. Like if you're seeing stuff on your social media feeds and it just does not sit and soak in a way that is meant to, that just doesn't process through you anymore, unfollow them, delete them. You're not required to keep somebody in your life. You don't have to. It's social media, okay? And this goes for real life too. Just because you've known somebody for so long doesn't mean that they're for you anymore, because I feel like this is like heavy shit that's being processed, and there's people on the outside that just, it's like they're adding to it. You don't need that. I'm telling you, it's okay. You get the Two of Swords with the Three of Pentacles reversed. Again, this is literally saying it's time to cut some people out. There may have been like, what are the words? Acquaintances of people that you were trying to work with. And now you're like, I already had, like, I was excited about this idea, but I wasn't really sure if these were the right people for me. I already had these like intuitive nudges, like, I don't know if this is right, but I really want to do it. This is coming in and saying that that nudge, that gut feeling you had was right. You were spot on. And that's probably why, if you have been working on some project with somebody and things have not been going according to plan, it's because these people, this project, this thing, you were right. You were right. You were right. You weren't crazy. If you feel like, if you had a situation where you were telling somebody like, oh, I just have this bad feeling, but I should do it anyways, and that bad feeling that you had when you were second guessing yourself, this is coming in, and you weren't crazy for feeling what you felt. You were right. That's why things aren't panning out the way you had, given the benefit of the doubt to. Because you were right. Yes, and we have the Wheel of Fortune with the Three of Cups. So I'm also seeing for some people, there may have been some financial issues. I mean, we've had Venus in retrograde, and Venus also rules our finances and stuff. So there may have been some financial issues, but I feel that these past weeks that we've had the Venus retrograde, even during the pre-shadow, there's been changes being put into your calendar, putting more effort into this, coming up with a better schedule and a better plan. Things are going to be turning around and working for you in your benefit. Definitely. I see that coming in big time. So if there's also, if you've been waiting for news to come in, also maybe from a third party, maybe you had put in an, I don't know, maybe you put in, maybe you put in like an application or applied for something, right? And you've been waiting. This is saying like the third party or the third person that was above the first two, whatever it is, third time's a charm. It's coming in. It's coming your way. So with this, just keep an eye out for emails, mail, money coming into your bank account as well. Maybe you work for tips, you're going to get more tips. I'm seeing that as well. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles, the Devil, and the Six of Wands. Remember I was talking about that control factor. Maybe you feel like you're always the one who has to be in charge and has to take control of the family and the home situations, the planning, the fun stuff, the cooking, the cleaning, the work. And you'd feel so overwhelmed by all of the stuff you're constantly having to put an effort into. The Devil's coming out, and this is going, I'm feeling this is going back into, circling back to the beginning of the reading with the full moon, or just the moon card. There's some things that where this control comes from that need to kind of be released, and realize that sometimes that control and that stress that you have around you, even at home, sometimes it's just coming from you because you're so overwhelmed, because you're putting so much on your plate, and it's hard for you to differentiate, like, I can do this, finish that to the best of my ability at this time, and then I can get into this thing, and it's okay to ask for help. This could even be with the money and stuff, with that third party thing. This could be money coming from your family, or maybe you got a message, right, from a family member, and maybe they're involved with something that you are financially as well. And if they got whatever this was, it means like, oh, okay, then I am too. I don't know. That's just something I'm hearing as well. But it's just, we're literally in a period, and it's a temporary thing. Like, I feel like this is only going to happen for like a few more days. That's all I'm hearing. A few more days of this like stress and anxiety and this heavy shit. And then it's going to be like, oh, all right. Now that I have this weight lifted off my shoulders because I got the message, I got the A-OK, I had the conversation, I said no to the person, I deleted this thing out of my life, whatever the hell it is for you, because it's general reading, remember, so whatever, however this is resonating for you, once that thing like comes through, or, you know, releases, either way, that's when you're going to feel like, oh my god, I feel so much better now that this has been done and taken care of. And I feel like this is gonna just be for a few more days. It's just more of going internally and allowing that truth to just let it be. You don't have to be in control of it. Sometimes things just happen, and that's it. Sometimes things just happen, and you just gotta kind of ride it out. I mean, and we're in Aquarius season, so Aquarius may be a fixed sign, but they're also they have this way of kind of detaching and letting things just be themselves, and they also have that way of having that real authentic form of you being yourself also. So I think that has a huge play in with this whole releasing, letting go factor. So yeah, if this reading resonated, please comment down below, share this with somebody you think may need to hear what's in this spontaneous video, and make sure you have subscribed to my channel. I have a lot more content coming. I'm just waiting for Mercury to become direct before I release everything. And make sure you follow me on all my accounts as well. The links are definitely displayed in the description box. And yeah, I will see you guys next time.